And with more on that, I'm going to hand it over to Mike.
All right, thanks very much, Danny. Obviously, our top story. It's not nearly what it once was. Winds right now are down to 40 miles per hour. We can show it to you on the satellite. And if you look at the satellite, it almost looks like it's playing backwards because the satellite image is actually moving eastbound. Can you see that? So there's a look at Danny. Winds right now are at 40 miles per hour. Two areas of convection on this. No really well-defined center of circulation. North-northwest movement right around 9 miles per hour. But the forecast does take this farther northbound and then northeastbound. So let's take a look at some of the models. They'll show you exactly what they think that Danny is going to do. And that includes the GFS model. So this is one that usually is pretty good. And so we're going to follow this one. See it right there in the center of your screen? It's right there, okay? And that's generally move its way northbound here over the next, say, 24 hours, and eventually skirt its way northeast. Maybe a potential impact here along the Cape or the northeast coast. Time will tell, but at this point, the models haven't moved all that much here in the past, say, 2 days or so. Let's take a look at the spaghetti models. What do they say? And that includes more than just the GFS. And they basically all are going in the same direction, taking it northbound here and then eventually moving it northeastbound. So there you can see we do potentially have some impacts that could come here in the Cape, but a lot of the models are now keeping it off the coast of the Cape. But just about all of them have a landfall in Nova Scotia. Halifax sits right in here, and it's basically sitting right in the center of that cone, but it'll be racing very quickly at this point, and the impacts will probably be relatively minimal. But time to do a little yorecasting right now because many of you have been emailing us. You've been on the Twitter, you've been on the Facebook, and you've been asking, how will I be impacted by Danny? Adam Berg joins us right now from the expert desk. Adam, who are you starting with this morning?
All right, we're going to keep it all basically in the east here. This is where we're looking at a lot of the big impacts. And the first yorecast comes from Emily Florentine. Now, the question is, will Tropical Storm Danny be a problem for Senator Ted Kennedy's funeral for Saturday morning? Hey, maybe we're going there, right? Well, not looking so good. I can't lie to you here. Let's go ahead and talk about the forecast. We're going to start off with a look at what's going on right now in the Boston area. By the way, this funeral will be in Boston early morning hours on Saturday. Hey, if it was going on right now, we'd be in great shape. Here's the problem, though. As we pan out, we've got a lot of issues out here. We have Tropical System Danny spinning right off the southeastern coastline. We just showed you some of the forecasts with that, taking it basically very close to the Cape. So that could be a little bit of a wind impact, a little more rain. Plus, we have this system hanging back across the Ohio Valley. That is moving in the same general direction as well. So we folks are talking about some huge rains up and down the East Coast, and it looks like it's not going to be until maybe the end of the weekend, Sunday / into Monday, before things start looking a little better. So specifically for Boston, we're talking about a lot of cloud cover, rain really picking up in intensity, and also looking at some serious winds working in as well. So if we could finally get into that Monday time frame, we'd be looking a little bit better. But keep checking back. Things can certainly change. Here's the next question. This is from, or the next forecast request. Lisa, Tyler, and Vinny from Hageman, New York. We'll be traveling to upstate New York to Myrtle Beach, traveling from, upstate New York to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, starting this Saturday morning. As far as a trip down, should we be traveling more inland? Well, I'm hoping that you're going to want to hook up with Interstate 95 at some point. I mean, that's a quick way to get down there. Let's talk about the conditions right now, though, in and around the Albany area. This is where those folks reside from, traveling all the way down to Myrtle Beach. Same issues apply. We're going to have to eventually get to the highway, right? You're going to have to hit 95. We are traveling right into this. But the forecast for this area here, if you're traveling down to Myrtle Beach, she's going to be hanging out there for the next week or so. It looks like finally Sunday into Monday, same general time frame, should be looking a little better. So if you're there for a week, I think you're going to be looking a lot better by about Monday. Next couple days, though, guys, looking a little rough.
All right, Adam, thank you very much. More analysis from Adam coming up in our next hour. Steph?
It is now 7.